Greetings. Ooh, this is my first live on YouTube. I have no qualms with being on the camera. It's, I guess, safer that way. I do and am committed to spreading messages of goodwill, but also being real talk about struggles that we face, financial, political dilemmas that are going, all over the world. I did have a YouTube show a while back, never really pursued it, and that is perhaps why many of us don't have the success that we are really deserving of, is we have this dream, this vision, and then we do nothing with it. I'm telling you right here. So I'm a big dreamer, a writer, a poet. On Instagram, I have a whole writing community that's lovable and supportive. I go by Allura_inspire, so try to find me on there. If you have poetry, if you have something that is worth reading, I'm happy to be a conduit. That's what I consider myself. But I think the conduit in me needs to start being proactive in her own success. Here I am as a Reiki master, learner of shamanic healing, incorporating all faiths, helping others, and I've yet to help myself. So the difference between these motivators that have made it, although I borrow from all kinds of faiths, instructions, anything that makes pragmatic sense in the real world to heal. Mine is about being in the midst of what I call poop, being in the midst of health crises and how I've gotten over some and how I've caused some to myself. I call it real talk, real and raw. So if you are not the kind that's open-minded or appreciative of considering yourself as art, then I'm not for you, and that's okay. If you're superficial, that's okay. There's room for everyone that wants to grow. And depression, folks, that is a topic I speak of. PTSD, which I never thought was a real deal, is the real deal. There are natural techniques, mind techniques that I'll share with you. Again, this is sharing. This isn't scripted. I don't even know how to edit a poop video. So you walk with me on this journey, at least you're not alone. You have someone that's listening, someone that's giving you their own ways and experiments they've done to get better. And many people, now I have a podcast, I think it's called Soul Life by Rula. I use Allura, by the way, as a pen name. So that's how you'll find me in certain books or on Instagram. Of course, my dogs will go berserk the minute I decide to make a video. Again, real, raw, how to get to where you need to go. One distinguishing factor, as I said earlier, is I'm going through it now, the midst of it. The inability to keep up with bills, the fear, this damn freaking fear, an invisible wall that doesn't allow me to take steps forward, divorce, mourning others, and trying to reclaim your soul. You're not as lost as you think. You've forgotten, my friends. And I'm here to remind you, you are meant for good things. You just need to understand what they are, as I'm trying to understand. And it doesn't mean you have to be some millionaire or guru or be a published author the way I have 2 books now out. It could be as simple as being a loving, good parent, a mentor, a teacher, driving that neighbor that doesn't have a car somewhere. These are what we've forgotten. These are basics to humanitarian help. Being vocal when you see wrongs being done. And it takes courage. I read once, somebody on TED Talks, I believe, the difference between being brave and being courageous is courageous takes heart. And we all have one. I'm certain we all have one. So I hope you join me as I make glitches, as I talk openly about my own struggles, as I read poetry, and do visit the Instagram page. I think it's somewhere on my bio. Sometimes I'll go live, and once I figure out how to edit and record, hey, I may become a guru at this thing. The podcast is Soul Life. Again, Allura_inspires, and this brilliant channel that allows me to help you go through the journey and hopefully not alone.